Hey, Snapey here. Got some Maldamba gameplay. And it's kind of a longer video because it's actually 3 matches in one video. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, by the way. I don't know why I charged. I think when I first started playing Maldamba, which is what this first and second video is going to basically be, I didn't know what I was doing. I had seen like a couple videos of him and he looked really cool. You know, he was one of the direct healers, I guess you could say, that I liked, in which like the healer actually could target a champion and heal them. By the way, I probably should have died way earlier, but the Androxus could not hit me, and I'm also deaf apparently, but if you're behind me trying to shoot me. But you'll notice like in the first gameplay, I did a lot of focus healing. I basically only healed the Makoa and nobody else. In this second round, which we ended up losing that first match, by the way. In the second match, I ended up trying to spread the heals around. So you'll see, I try to heal the Maeve because I think Maeve had just came out at this time. I'm still running the basic kit, or basic card loadout, by the way. But I had recognized that Maeve is really good. So I just remember telling myself, okay, heal the tanks, but make sure that Maeve is always like topped off because she's so good. You know, like I was getting destroyed by Maeve, and the damage, the burst damage was just incredible. So I just remember, make sure Maeve is always healed and the tanks are healed, but make sure Maeve's healed. Wherever she is, just keep her healed because she can do so much damage and people just could not deal with her. I had no idea how to deal with her. She's so good. But you'll notice like over time though, I got some of the better cards, and I think Maldamba was the first champion that I actually went out of my way to actually buy cards for and create like a card loadout that was pretty good. I think Eevee before with the wormhole and how that card worked, it was so good. I didn't have that card for a long time, but this was really the first card set that I went out and purchased. I saw some guides online and I was like, alright, I need to make sure that I get this loadout. It just helped with the healing, it helped with the gourd. It was just so strong compared to the basic Maldamba card set that I was using, which I eventually switched to in this upcoming third match after this one concludes and we start pushing. But like I was saying, you can see that I was trying to heal everybody. I was really trying, again, focusing on the Maeve, Torvald, Ruckus. Those were the main targets that I was really trying to shoot for. This is the first match I think I played when I had the ritual magic, which again, I think it's just based on whatever card is the highest. But here I do focus on trying to heal the Fernando, but one of the things that I do like about my positioning is that I'm off to the side, and I think part of it may have been because the Maeve did not come and flank me from behind. It was basically free target. I think the Maeve does eventually come around to the side room and tries to flank me from the back, and I think right there she was behind me. But honestly, oh, I missed a big stun there if I could get her. But I think if she had just stood behind me and just stood still without jumping around, I don't even think I would have noticed. That's one of the weaknesses that I did have in the beginning. I didn't use my sound as a good cue, and I also didn't recognize when I was getting attacked from the sides or the back. I think it's so important in games like this game, in Overwatch, in Team Fortress 2, to have sound and to be able to recognize where the players are that you're being attacked. For the most part, the Maeve was attacking us from the front, so that I think that's also why I wasn't really worried from the back or the side. But eventually the Maeve will change the playstyle and get us from the back, and pretty much do what Maeves typically do, which is destroy. By the way, this Grover lived for way too long. Way too long. I don't know. I also don't know how I didn't get the kill on that one. I thought I got the last hit, but oh well. But see, like, this Maeve now is just doing work, and we could not get her down. I think she was super low on health, and I was just trying to stun someone, but could not get anybody. Probably wasn't the best kill for the Drogod's ultimate, but whatever. Right there, I'm not sure why the Fernando charged in. I probably wasn't doing a good job healing, but yeah, he had way too little bit health. I couldn't figure out where the Kinessa was, and you'll be able, if you go back to the video, you'll be able to see her. She's way on the right side. I didn't even know that was like a spot. By the way, I completely missed or whiffed that ultimate. I think I aimed too high. but she was way on the side on that little ledge, and great spot to snipe from. I didn't even see her the first time, or when I was playing. I didn't even see her. But very nice. In terms of my card selection, I thought Cauterize was the best one. Maybe could have gone with the Wrecker to deal with shield, but I thought, because they have Grover and passive heals, I thought maybe that was the best route. We do end up doing a pretty good job here. I felt like our offensive threat, our Fernando did really well. Knew exactly when to push in. That Kinessa was a problem though, and I have 17 health here. I'm like, what do I do? I know if I move, I'm dead. If I didn't know what to do. So I was gonna stay in there and like wait for my passive heal to come back up, but the Fernando turned around and was like, hey, you're low on health. And I was like, yeah, I'm dead. So, nothing much I could do there. But I am trying to heal. And trying to spread the heals around a little bit more to Drogoz and to Sky, instead of just focus healing the Fernando. Although I know the Fernando's doing a lot of good work, and it is important to heal the tank. I know it's extremely frustrating to play tank and nobody heals you. Again, right now I'm being attacked from behind by the Maeve and I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm sure everyone's looking. I'm sure my teammates are like, what is this guy? Is he not like know how to turn around? But I was so focused on this Kinessa, like just trying to get the Kinessa, and I felt like, oh yeah, here's the Maeve by the way. Again, totally clueless. I'm like, please, no. I thought this was a pretty good push that we ended up doing. Pretty good for our last push. The Maeve's down, so I see that and I'm like, alright, we don't have to worry about that. Finally hit a pretty decent ultimate. I know we don't have a lot of follow-up damage, but I thought that was nice to sort of reset us, and I hit a couple of really key stuns, I felt like, on the Fernando. That was one right there, and I think I ended up getting him again. We're trying to push in. Okay, maybe not. But I felt like, yeah, hitting that stun helped, and especially because the shield is down and we could push up. But again, by this point, the Maeve was figuring out that if basically attacked from behind or from the side, there was like nothing we could do. I mean, I really couldn't do much. And do my best to try to defend. No idea how I died through the wall right there, but oh well, couldn't really do much. This was a very odd defense because we really didn't. I felt like with that wipe right there, we wiped out their two. I felt like we should have definitely taken the point. But I think part of the problem was that I tried to save the game there. I kept getting off the point. What I should have done was stand on the point because you see it's actually fairly close. And had I just stood on the point with the Fernando all the time, we probably would have capped it at least a little bit closer. But unfortunately, as you can see, it's 99 to 93, and just trying to think back to all those times. Oh, I was trying to heal him, but he flew away, and so bad. I'm glad that he got away, but again, this Maeve just figured out that we could not turn around, or at least we had a hard time turning around. I'm just firing randomly. I find that when Maeve hits her ultimate, the best thing to do is just shoot, because chances are pretty good. I mean, she's gonna come into you to do the pounce and to finish you off to get the cooldown, but I figured I just randomly fire, and if not, I'm already dead. So I try to kill the Sky, but too tricky, and I throw this roar down. I thought this was a pretty good spot to throw it down because it gave me an opportunity to heal up too, and also to lead the Sky into battle through the heal. I saw the Kinessa on top right, and I'm again in my mind I'm thinking, how am I supposed to deal with her? You know, I don't know if the Sky's gonna deal with her or the Drogoz gonna deal with her, but I'm like, yeah, she's getting like 3 shots. Again, not a bad ultimate. It's a minute and 34 left. The Ying ends up going down, which is pretty big for us because that means, in terms of healing. Oh yeah, by the way, that must have been weird that the Maeve was walking on the Sky as the Sky was going backwards. They like couldn't like go on the ground. I don't know if it. I wonder if that would have affected her double jump. I don't know. But that must have been like a weird moment where you're like jumping around. You're like, how come I'm not hitting the ground? I see the Kinessa on the far left, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get her. My mistake here was I hit the reload. I don't know why I did that. I had 2 ammo. If I just waited to do the reload, I would have killed. I'm pretty confident I would have killed her because she would have been stunned for 1 second. The damage for the from the snake stun would have been pretty high because I would have only had 1 ammo left. I probably could have killed her, but unfortunately I did not. So anyway, learning. May's back, so I'm like, oh great. I can hear that she's behind us, but again, I'm like, whatever. You got it, right, Drogas? And she ends up killing behind us, and I'm like, But I'm so focused again. I'm so focused on doing damage, on trying to heal. And I'm like, okay, great, the maze. I have 700, 300, 4 HP, and I'm like firing randomly. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. I don't know how I survived. But yeah, that was pretty lucky. We probably would have still held on defense, looking back, but still, it was a nice survivability, and I'm glad that I did not die because I don't like dying in this game. It feels so bad, especially when it's to a maze, and I'm like, I don't know, it just feels bad. I don't know how I died to that Grover, by the way. That was like ridiculous. That long distance axe that was happening. But on the final push here, it felt like we lost, and I just honestly assumed, oh yeah, we lose, just like the last game. Pretty good ultimate. I think I got 3 or 4 right there. I tried to continue my move back to the side room. I should have continued to go back. Again, Maeve is just getting me from the back, and I should have. Oh, I tried to get the stun there. That would have been sweet. Totally got overwhelmed. But I should have stuck in the side room again. That was what worked the first round where we took it. It got me out of the line of sight from Kinessa, and honestly, it would have only been the Maeve coming from the side that would have gotten me. But unfortunately, I decided to keep it in this, what you call it, sort of narrow alleyway. And again, Maeve is on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Someone please help me. And I know, thank goodness the Fernando respawned and came back in time. Again, glad we got the Maeve. I think if she would have survived, we probably wouldn't have won. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.